As a New Yorker, I'm not a big fan of civilian review boards. They really don't amount to much here in New York City. But if the community that you're in has one that has some ability, then certainly it is a tool. I am convinced that the conversation has to start not with police departments or with legislation or any other policy generated effort. I think we need to talk to the police officers. One of the things that you often hear from police officers is that policing your own people is not easy. And I'm certain that if we were to poll 100 police officers in any part of this country, and including New York City, they would not be comfortable with having that level of engagement with their own communities. Now, certainly there is argument around, well, police don't come from the communities that they police, and that is certainly an issue that contributes to the problem. But at the end of the day, there's a national sense of, we're all Americans, even though people of color don't tend to be treated as such in many avenues. But I think we really need to start talking to the police officers that are being asked to use and wear this equipment. And I would not be surprised if less of them would say, you know what, this is not what I signed up for. And if we can start getting that type of dialogue going, and we engage the people that are living in the communities that are subjected to this, I wouldn't be surprised if we'd see some of the policy changes from the bottom up. I'm not a big fan of starting at the top because they're not on the ground. They're not living this experience. So I certainly encourage a conversation with not just your departments, but the police officer in your community, and let his or her voice be heard. And if it turns out that that's what they want, then we have to start looking at policy and legislation and review boards. But I really want to hear what the police officers feel about having this level of weaponry and this level of disconnect in their communities that militarization causes.
Just to follow up on what Louis has said, I would agree that we need to build connections and relationships. The police need to do that with the community and build those and make those stronger ties. We're actually, again, in the wake of the Mike Brown tragedy, our office is trying to organize that dialogue with some of the youth that have been working with at Northwest and McClure. There's a local Quaker who is on our program committee who is connected, has a longtime family friend who's a police officer. He's actually come out to our meetings before, and I think he would be a great bridge to begin having those conversations with. And I think he's definitely of the mindset that a lot that happens on the police department, and he'll tell you this in candid conversations, a lot that happens in the police department doesn't need to occur, and he's frustrated himself. And so I think we have an opportunity here to begin that dialogue and really, as an organization, be a bridge between the community and police there.